Like and subscribe right now, or this will be in your bed tonight. Hello and welcome back to ProRevenge. This is the 80th video on the channel, so please scroll down and click like and subscribe with notifications on for more videos. Thanks. Track me. Sure, I will comply, but not easy. I am not a native English speaker, so please excuse all the grammatical and spelling errors. Also mobilizer. So my former workplace is trying to get a hold of me about 1.5 years after I quit. They gave me a job offer that turned out to be a whole other job. Bad for them. It seems that they have a problem with Skatteverket, the Swedish eyes. It all started one day when the company told me they were installing GNSS tracking in our vehicles. They blamed Skatteverket, wanting to know that we did not use them when of the clock. Well, that's kinda true, but in fact Skatteverket only wanted to know if we did, and if so how much. When I pointed this out to my boss, he went off on an angry monologue, starting that us low-level workers couldn't be trusted, and finishing with that all we did was trifle away per work hours. So the statement from the company that they had no intent to follow us in real time was bullshit. The problem for the company was that our union had already banned the practice of following us in real time, with a few exceptions. The tracking device installed was easy to Google and thereby even easier to figure out how to manipulate. The biggest concern was it was tamper-proof, so no on opening it up. Well, since it used GPS/GLONASS as the only source for positioning, there was a simple bypass. After speaking to an old colleague of mine from the military, I ordered an antenna, $150, a Raspberry Pi, got my former colleague to find a good software, and created a GPX with a track going on every road in Malta. Thereafter I set the device to start via the 12V in the car and to simply tell the shielded tracker that I was driving around in Malta. The effect didn't take long to show. After a week the boss told me my vehicle needed service. It did not. I knew when service was due. Another week goes by and it suddenly needs something else, can't remember. Both times they needed the car to go to another city, even thought our regular service station was in our town. After a month I got another car. The company blamed it on something with the lease. After that they didn't say anything at all to me about cars or anything else until the day I quit. Last day there, when wrapping up my last things, the boss straight out asked me what I had done, since everyone else's tracker seemed to work properly. I told him I had no idea what he was talking about, went outside, and laughed my ass off. Leaving the premise, I meet a coworker who had always been really nice to me, so for about 2 boxes of snus he got the setup from me. Until today I thought this would be a petty revenge on a company that tried to illegally follow my whereabouts. But apparently they had sent in our tracks to Skatteverket, and well, they had some questions, either via record whirlies and they needed to go over all the records from the company, or they had to get all the paperwork for doing business abroad in before July. The rumor spread real quick and now the union also have a couple of questions somewhere along the lines, so you can track your workers in real time. We haven't signed off on this. In conclusion, had they only been upfront and told everyone what they were planning and got the union in on it, I wouldn't have cared. Now they chose the other way of doing things. For everyone that yells "free bird" at concerts, you know who you are. One of you is at every goddamn show. I used to tour with a band and we had around 200 concerts a year. At least 200 times a year, someone would yell "free bird" and laugh like they said something clever. I don't understand why it's funny, and hearing it every day for thousands of shows, yup, still not at all funny. So, one day we tried to find out the deal. When the free bird guy of the day yelled, we invited him on stage to answer a few questions. Why do you yell "free bird"? Because it's funny. Why is that funny? Look of confusion and shame. Okay, so we didn't get any answers, but we certainly came up with one. Nobody comes up with ridiculous ideas like a group of 20-somethings who spend 15 hours a day in a van together. First thing we had to do was buy a sampler. This is a small piece of equipment that you can pre-program with any sounds you want and press buttons to trigger them. They are pretty expensive. The one we bought for the prank was $1,200. Side note, we were staying all 5 members to a single hotel room every night and eating nothing but dollar menu garbage and ramen, because even if your band is doing good, you're still broke. I just want you to understand how ridiculous it was for us to spend $1,000 on this. As far as I'm concerned, it was worth it 10 times over. The next thing we needed was a folding table with chairs for all of us, some teacups and a newspaper or two. We would set these up next to the stage and no one would even notice it was there. So we found a 16-minute long version of Freebird and loaded it onto the sampler. The trap was set. Sure enough, someone yelled Freebird at the next show. This time, our lead singer acted really interested. What's that you say? Freebad? Do you want to hear Freebad? Asterisk THE audience cheers loudly. So, just to be clear, you want us to stop playing our set and instead play Freebad? They cheer again in approval, and now the Freebad guy clearly looks like he's never been so proud of anything he's ever done in his life. We all step to the center of the stage in a very serious looking huddle. We made it a point to go comically long discussing Freebird, and sometimes we would just talk about movies we liked for a while, or make fun of each other's sisters. When we felt like it had gone on long enough, and we were terrible about making jokes go way too long, we all nodded and made it clear that we had just agreed to play Freebird. Alright folks, you asked for it. You've got it. Here we go, Freebird. While the crowd went absolutely nuts, the singer went to the sampler, and like an old man fumbling to use a remote, he found the button and pressed it as anticlimactically as possible. Freebird begins to play, and we all put our instruments down and sit around the table. We sip on pretend tea and browse the newspaper quietly. At first everyone thought it was hilarious, but after a few minutes they started to revolt, chanting for us to come back and all. We would look at each other in a very confused manner and shrug it off a few times before the singer would finally go back to the mic. What's going on? You don't want to listen to this anymore? No. You want us to play our stuff again? Yeah. Well, what about that guy who yelled Freebird? That guy sucks. And then the booing would start for that poor Freebird guy. We did this for an entire tour, and it absolutely never got old. I'd like to think that after that year, tens of thousands of people stopped yelling Freebad at every show they go to. At least for me, that makes the world a slightly better place. Update. A lot of people are confused about spending so much on a sampler when there are CD players and iPods. We were doing arena venues, and iPods were only like 2 years old at the time. You wouldn't tell a sound crew to hook one of those up to $1 million system. They are the guys who can get some serious ProRevenge if you piss them off. Won't train me to comp employee meals and then fire me over a short bank? Here's your Department of Labor Inquisition. Going to keep this as short as possible, so comment for details you're unsure of. I started at a Roadhouse bar with the city's name as the first title word. Everyone knew this bar. Coming from 10 years of bartending and serving experience, the hiring manager was as nice as can be. I get a spot and quickly prove my worth. I'm the opener, trusted with keys and deposits within 3 months. Their turnover rate WAA crazy high, and I was soon to find out why. It's a Sunday, and 85% of the bar staff drink heavily. They were all tanked the night before, so I'm the only opener as usual. 2 employees come in with families for lunch, so I do my best to earn a tip. Their bills are ready and both tell me to comp it, which is okay, because we officially get 1 comp meal each a week, family included. Both bills come out to about $60-70. They both tip me well. End of the night, and I can't find a manager to comp out my tickets. No big deal, says closing bartender. We'll just do your tickets and you'll get the cash the next day. Stupid me, I agree. So goes about 6 weeks of stringing me along, telling me my money's coming. When I make a group chat comment to the owner, he jokingly says, looks like a bar donation. Look, I'll get to it. It was not a joke. He refused to pay me for almost 3 months. I hit my final straw when I had a walkout table for over $100. Boss said it was coming out of my comp. I lost my shit. Called the police. Cops come and basically tell me the whole situation is a civil matter and to call the Department of Labor. Okay, sounds good. Terry, asshole owner, dodges the duel for about a month, not answering emails, and is out on business each time they make a stop. I know what he's doing, so I decide to go in as a patron late one night. Sure enough, he's drunk as fuck and talking shit to another coworker. So I called the one contact at the duel who said to call anytime day or night if I saw him. Police come and he's arrested. Makes bail the next morning and is out on bond. Asks me to meet up. I agree, with my lawyer driving me and recording our meeting. He tried to threaten me, and when that didn't work, to cry, but I told him to pay me or fuck off. He then said, Sarah said the same thing. Who is Sarah? Just the woman who was already in the same place that I was, and had him over a barrel for the same shit. She had a big walkout, over 200, and he kept her paycheck, so she took him to court as well. He still refused to pay me that day, so I gleefully told him that I'd see him in court alongside Sarah. My check came in 3 working days, and it included both comps, the walkout, and full minimum wage for training days, which I didn't expect. Sarah went ahead and took him to court and wiped the floor with him. I got a nice paycheck of almost $600, and they are now shut down as of last January. Fuck you, Terry. Edit. I'd like to say 2 things for clarification. 1. I was trained as a FOM manager while serving, and comps are the only thing we didn't go over. When the owner himself or his family were being served, I only told the boss it was the owner's order incoming. Nothing would be wrongin', and the food would be noted by the cooks for inventory reasons. 2. Comps are meal compensations for working there. Every employee gets 1 free meal a week, no limits besides 8 ppl on one bill, and no special alcohol included. It was a pretty nice perk. Yes, we got meals on shifts, but this deal included family and such, without needing to work that day. No one showed me how to do this my first day running front of house, and being the only server 3 months in, with only monetary manager codes. Sorry for the confusion. Edit. Yes, I get it. Comp can also mean complimentary. We don't compliment their orders. We compensate them at this establishment, which is why I used it this way. So here's to your pedantry, trolls. Honey, download affiliate link in the description. Honey is a free browser add-on that can save you money online when you shop. It is free and is available for pretty much all browsers and can be installed in 2 clicks. Honey automatically finds and applies the best coupon codes online, so you don't have to waste your precious time. Honey has saved its customers millions, so add Honey to your browser today and start saving money. Who does not like free money from all the savings you will make? Download Honey today with the affiliate link in the description below. Thank you all for watching to the end of the video. But before you go, please like and subscribe for more. Not many of you at all that watch are subscribed or like the video, and this makes me unsure if I should continue to make more content or not. So if you want more content, please like and subscribe. If you don't want to miss out on any future videos, click the bell icon next to the subscribe button. Also, please give me some feedback in the comment section about what I can do better, because not many people comment on my videos, so I have no idea of people's opinions of thoughts about this YouTube channel. So yeah, that's all from me. If you have subscribed and liked the video, please consider sharing the video with your friends. Thanks and bye. I'm still doing daily uploads, so hope to see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.